Hi, welcome to Braxton Loves the podcast. And next week on Wednesday, it'll be my birthday, June 4th. And I will be 8 years old. It's on June 4th. I'm going to play a song. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
What y'all guys sipping on tonight?
Excuse me? Here.
Someone called you She Loves Browns. She loves Browns.
Who said that?
Marva Johnson, baby daddy.
Well, what are you sipping on?
Ice lemonade.
Oh, God, please help me.
Hi, Mary Smith. Wait. Hi, Natasha Allen.
You all up in the chat?
What's up?
All right, Braxton, what you gonna talk about today? Tell everybody about your last week of school. What did you do?
Well, I had a field trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the strawberry patch. It was fun. We got to pick strawberry. We got to pick strawberries. We got to feed animals. We got to saw animals, and there was a farm.
Are they asking you questions in the chat?
What am I doing in school out? Well, I'm going to go see Leo and Stick on June something.
What you doing for the summer?
What am I doing for the summer? Well, I'm going to go with my daddy. I'm going to go to Missouri and Alabama too.
You going to Alabama with me?
Yes, I am.
You're not going to SWAC meeting, so.
Yes, I am.
All right. Tell the chat to ask questions.
Ask me some questions, y'all. I think my mom's going to put me in a summer camp. I think. Who's my favorite teacher? Well, wait, are you talking about all of the teachers in the school or my teacher in my last class? Okay, I'll just say Miss Jordan. What's good? And my favorite superhero is Spider-Man. Go.
Out of all of your teachers at the school, who is your favorite out of everybody?
Miss Kraft. Miss Kraft. Braxton, do you play any? I played soccer and also played basketball. Hold on, let me show you my medals. I am back with my medals. This is 2025. Wait, this is also 2025. This is 2024.
I can't see it. You have to actually face it.
And this is 2023. So, for 2 years in a row, I played soccer. Then I played basketball. Then I played soccer again. What grade are you going to be? Second grade? Do you help other kids with? Yeah, because some of my friends go to Miss Wilson and Miss Barber, so some of us help them when the rest of us are doing an activity or something like that, or calendar.
Nobody told you what they were sipping on.
Nobody did tell me what they were sipping on. That's true.
Do you help other kids with their schoolwork?
Why hire those white guys?
That wasn't for you. Shad, can you please wait till my baby leaves?
Are
Hey,
you-
Shad.
Are you ever the line leader? Yeah, we get special jobs. They pick out random numbers. Do you think Black Panther can beat Spider-Man? What are you doing? Do you think Black Panther can beat Spider-Man? Yeah, just a little bit. Like this much.
All right. Anything else? You want to say a scripture? Or you want the same scripture from last week? You can still say it.
My scripture.
Yeah, somebody might not have heard that scripture.
Put on the full armor of God, so when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. Ephesians 6:13. Do you have to work on sight words? Yeah, I have the last book, and I have 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, and 10 to go. Is your mom a good cook? Yeah. Hi. Hi, Shonda. What grade will I be in this fall?
What grade are you going to?
2nd grade.
8th grade.
I'm thinking how old I was. I was thinking how old I'll be this fall.
Oh, okay.
2nd grade. I'll be in 2nd grade.
Anything else you want to tell folks before your segment goes off? What year is it, Braxton?
It's the year of the Tigers.
Don't drink.
Why?
He said go dog. All right. Who's your favorite rattler?
Huh?
He asked who was your favorite rattler. Who's your favorite rattler, Braxton?
A
rattlesnake.
A rattlesnake.
Yeah, that's what that is. A rattler. Who's your favorite rattlesnake?
My favorite rattlesnake is a venom. A venom snake. He says about snakes.
No, he's talking about FAMU rattlers, Braxton.
Oh, I thought he was talking about snakes.
Do you know any FAMU rattlers?
No.
Okay.
No. Tell your mom to take you to a SWAC meet that day.
Absolutely not.
Good. The right answer.
What does he say?
SheLovesThee's. A hater. Braxton was about to say it.
All right.
Who's President George Washington's wife? Sarah?
Sarah.
I mean Martha.
Get up.
Martha or Sarah? Martha or Sarah? Oh my gosh, dude.
Okay, time to switch. You can come back on later. Let me get this started. Say bye, everybody.
Bye. My favorite rattler is Boots on the Ground.
It's a joke, I think. Wait, can I have this? I got. Oh, that's who you say. That's who my favorite rattler is. Say.
Mary 305.
That's your favorite rattler.
Wait, isn't that a basketball player?
No, she's a rattler. So who is your favorite rattler, Braxton?
Mary 305.
There you go. All right, come on. It's my turn.
You can't see me.
Okay. Good evening, y'all. Hey. I'll get rid of them in a minute.
You was on
here for 18 minutes.
You was looking all up on the podcast, so I can look all up.
I was helping you. Good evening. Thank you for tuning into another edition of Thursday Night Live with Braxton and She Loves Thee. Come on, baby, you're gonna make those things fall.
Okay.
Nobody answered. My baby, he asked what y'all sipping on tonight. Braxton has some lemonade. I got some lemonade.
Thank you. Hi, Mary 305.
Okay, that's your sheet with all your stuff on there. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing better than some good old water.
Wait, who said that? Water?
Everybody's drinking water. That's what you should be drinking too.
You too. Someone said H2O.
I have some Publix lemonade because it was on sale.
What's H2O?
Water. It's buy one, get one free. And so I got the big jug of Publix lemonade. Okay, go ahead, baby. Thank you. All right. So let's get started. Shad came in here starting mess. You know my baby, he reads the chat. Shad said, why did Jackson State hire the law firm that they hired? So we're gonna go over that. Hey, Miss Whitley.
Hey, everybody.
Okay.
Everybody to study.
Hey, Mr. Moore. A Capri Sun.
Bro.
He said he's water. It is hot in Miami. It is. All right. So before we get into SWAC related business and Jackson State business, of course, give me this phone for a second so I know what topics I'm supposed to be talking about. We're going to talk about non-related, just to open up the show. So the first thing that I'm going to say is, y'all, Trump has gotten rid of the JSU.
Can I show them my phone?
JSU, or not, excuse me. Sorry. I'm trying to do two things at once, trying to settle Brax down. Once you give him the reins. We have Job Corps, and they're getting rid of it. Trump said, nope, no more. No more Job Corps. The Job Corps will cost taxpayers $1.7 billion during the fiscal year. So the Labor Department is going to suspend the Job Corps Center, saying it puts students in danger. What? Lord, the graduation rate of the program is just 38.6% and costs as much as $155,000 $1,600 per student. So this is, we're just talking about the news of the day or of the week. And then, wait a minute. Not Marva talking about. I'll talk about that. So let me pull up this Job Corps information, and then we'll talk about Larry Hoover.
Whoa.
So these are just proposed budget cuts, right? Which it's interesting because I would venture to say that some of the target market for Job Corps is that Make America Great Again base. So they provide Job Corps provides an important role in career technical training. A lot of the students learn essential skills to become part of America's trade industries. And I would venture to say that a large base is those students that, they need a little bit more structure and support. And he's saying, let's get rid of it. War on the poor. That's weird.
The poor?
That's his base. The Make America Great Agains are I'm not going to say all of them, but a vast majority, the majority of those red states, especially the rural areas, that's where a lot of his constituents are. Why would you say that? Uh-oh. Miss Natasha is indicating that the budget cuts is going to affect Jackson State in some capacity as well. This is the Complete to Compete. It's a Mississippi statewide program focusing on assisting Mississippi adults who have completed some college but no degree. Oh my gosh. And, Mississippi, in terms of education and in terms of opportunities, and we're not talking about the HBCUs in particular, but we're just talking about the state. This statewide program is very important. So the Complete to Compete initiative is a statewide program. It was developed to encourage Mississippi adults who have completed some college but earned no degree to return to college and finish what they started. Bachelor of University Studies is intended to serve adult learners who have earned at least 90 credit hours but have not completed a bachelorette degree and have not attended a post-secondary institution in the past 24 months. Based on their last date of attendance, the curriculum may be individualized for each adult learner based on their previous completed coursework and future career goals. Oh, wow. And the total required for the degree is 120 credit hours. And if you have at least 90 hours, that's what, 30 credit hours, which means you would only do, that's basically, if you do 15 1 year and 15 one semester and 15 the next, that's only 1 year. That's not that bad. So I want to say that this stuff isn't all the way finalized. Now, unless I missed it, it hasn't made it through the Senate. It says the Senate GOP gives Dems a chance to tank Trump's budget bill. Will they take it? I hope for God they will. Right? This is absolutely ridiculous. So right now, the big, beautiful bill that just passed in the House of Representatives, there's a lot of things that it's attacking, but it's not completely passed yet. So it still has to go through the Senate. luckily. And Miss Natasha said, I received the email from JSU today. That's the program that helped me go back and finish my degree. Oh, wow. If it isn't for the filthy rich, it's getting cut or disbanded. Let me see what else is in this one big, beautiful bill. So it'll increase the standard deduction. It's a temporary boost. It does expand the child tax credit. It makes the 2017 Tax Cuts and Job Acts permanent. It includes a provision for no tax on tips, overtime pay, and car loan interest. I want to say that the no tax on tips is kind of like a farce because most waitresses and waiters don't actually report their true cash earnings. It'll add a $3 trillion to the deficit. How? What?
Oh my gosh.
Pass-through business deduction. It says death tax exemption. This bill raises the death tax exemption protecting family-owned businesses. There's a lot of welfare reform, Medicaid reforms. The bill allocates billions of dollars for border wall construction. The fact that Trump is so like gung-ho about building this damn border, when they dig underneath it, they dig tunnels, they go on top of it, they get on planes, they get on boats, they go through other avenues. It's crazy. This bill may impact social safety net programs. It sunsets major IRA clean electricity tax credits and repeals the hydrogen production credit. Green energy credits are ending. This is so like ridiculous. Whatever they had in the Project 25 or that project that they had, whatever they had in there, it absolutely, they're passing it one by one. So I think the biggest things that were pointed out is there's more Medicaid requirements. So these are the healthcare programs relied upon millions of elderly, disabled, and low-income Americans. One of the changes are new work requirements for childish adults without disabilities to qualify. The bill says they would be required to work at least 80 hours per month. Another change to the program was requiring re-enrollment to shift from once per year to every 6 months. Why would they make someone re-enroll every 6 months? First of all, that's going to basically flood the social services where they're already kind of like overworked, underpaid. It's ridiculous. Once per year to every 6 months is going to basically flood social services, and I'm pretty sure they're overworked and underpaid. This also affects SNAP. So it's used by over 40 million low-income Americans. So it requires the states to contribute more to the program. let's see what else they have. Well, they passed it through the House. So now it's up to the Senate to basically tank it. And you're going to have some Republicans who, you know, make back behind closed doors deals to make sure that this doesn't pass, because these, you know, actually will hit a lot of their constituents pretty hard, like the Make America Great Again folks. So what Trump is doing now is he's basically pivoting from all the executive orders that he's been trying to push through that have been ineffective. He's basically now utilizing how it's supposed to be done, which is put it through the House and the Senate, of which the Republicans run. So why wouldn't you utilize them? Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right, all right. I'm watching, of course, I'm watching the game. I'm sitting there trying to see if we'll get another one Saturday.
Who's playing tonight?
This is the Knicks. You know, the other series is over.
I thought they're 3-1, right? This is Knicks,
yeah, 3-1.
right?
Yeah, look like the Knicks might make it 3-2 and they go back to Indianapolis.
Okay. So, Mr. Ford, before we haven't even gotten on the SWAC stuff yet, because we're discussing Donald Trump's one big beautiful bill that he passed through the House and how it's going to affect America. And I want to say also Mississippi is planning on, in their budget, making $76 million in cuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
$76 million in cut in spending. And I want to say they're going to be focusing on cutting education.
Yeah, I can believe it. What the main thing now is he's got to deliver, you know, because he represents the oligarchs, and always remember he's just a figurehead. In other words, he's just a mouthpiece. But what the oligarchs want to do is totally destroy the economy and rewrite everything. And number one is to make, you know, the military industrial complex will have over $1 trillion. Anything that services the people is basically going to be cut.
Job Corps, they're getting ready to cut.
Yeah, anything that services the people, that helps the people, that's going to be cut. Because you got to remember now, what they want to do is they want to create as much chaos as possible. And then as an alternative, they're going to offer you martial law or a dictatorship. That's what they're going to offer you. But first, they got to create as much chaos as possible. That's why every day he's sending out an executive order. It's a plan. It's a plan. It's been well thought of. I think it came from the think tank called the Heritage Foundation. They've been working on this a long time. This is nothing new. They've been working on this a long time.
You know what is the problem is? The problem is that we don't have any and maybe it's just Democrats as a whole. We don't have anything to counter it. Like, where is the counter? Where is the reaction? Where is the plan? The only plan that they had laid out to us is, well, you better vote in Kamala Harris, or else it's going to happen.
It was still going to be rough under her. To see, Donald Trump represents the oligarchs. Kamala Harris represented the corporatists. The corporatists said, let's manage this mess. The oligarchs said, let's come in and destroy everything and offer the alternative of martial law. Okay? And so even if Kamala Harris had become president, this country was going to have major problems. Okay? Now, see, here's the thing. And I was watching this show the other day, and see, these people know this country's in trouble because they keep talking about, you know, the 70s and the 60s and the 50s. And what they said was America was at its apex in the early 70s, 1970s. But see, here's the thing that nobody wants to deal with. America made a major mistake in carrying on that Vietnam War. Okay. They've actually never recovered from that. Okay. Second thing was Nixon took the American dollar off the gold standard, which meant that our money was nothing but paper. Nothing was backing it. Okay. And those were two of the things. Something else I was thinking about that was a major problem for us. I guess I'm thinking about the Reagan administration with that trickle down economy, when he told the people that you take care of the rich first and then the money would trickle down. Well, the money never trickled down. And what it was a ploy to basically destroy the middle class. Okay, because when, during this time that we're talking about, one of the things that America offered to the world, and that's why so many foreigners came here, was you had the rich, the super rich, but then you had upper middle class, lower middle class, and Reagan came in and did a lot to hurt the middle class. And then the one that really helped destroy the middle class, which made it a shell of itself, was Bush the son. I mean, he took an axe to the middle class. He really did. And yeah. If you go back and look at, he did a lot of harm to the white middle class. But see, how they get over is that they spew out the racism, and that's what the Caucasians like to hear. The xenophobia, the racism, but they don't know that these people are hurting them more than they're hurting anybody. Because see, here's the thing about, we were talking today about Elon Musk. By Elon Musk stepping aside, they call themselves trying to avert this civil war between the Caucasian people here in America, because right now there's a sword in the house of the Caucasian people. Okay. They want to hurt each other. They want to kill each other. Okay. But with Elon Musk stepping aside, that's still not going to stop that civil war that's getting ready to happen here. That's why, I don't know if you remember, I kept telling people, go see that movie Civil War.
I remember last summer you said that, and I went and saw it, and I was just like, oh my God, it was scary.
Yeah, well, it's inevitable. But the other thing that, besides the civil war that's going to take place here, the other thing is that there's a world conflict coming about. Okay, it's going to be America versus China, Russia, and their allies. Okay, that's inevitable. That's going to happen. Okay, see, if you look, that's why I keep telling people, keep your eyes on the Chinese. See, the Chinese are brilliant right now. They're doing a lot of things right. Okay, what they're doing, basically, they know that we got a clown as the leader of this nation. They know that. They're taking advantage of it. Okay, so economically, they're making moves. All right. Then what they're saying is, once they make their final economic moves, if you want a military conflict, we can do that too. And so that's why I'm telling you, there is a world conflict that's getting ready to come. Hey, Miss Whitley, how you doing? I'm just running my mouth. How you doing?
Yeah, Whitley said Elon went and downloaded all the data he needed, everybody's social security numbers,
Oh yeah,
everybody's information, who gets what, when. And then he was just kind of like, okay, I'm stepping aside now, because he had a special designation. It's so weird that someone who was designated a special government employee without having to go through all of the constraints to see who he's in bed with. Like, they didn't even do any type of research on him. He didn't have to go through any type of background check. So he's basically was a political advisor and a top campaign donor. Like you said, he basically bought the election.
Yeah.
He shut down different agencies that were responsible for oversight on Tesla and also his space project that he's been doing. He basically shut all of those down, and he called it basically, oh, this is government efficiency. That's why we're shutting it down. He shut
Well,
down
at the same time, like I said, he was shutting down people, but he was collecting $3 billion. The government gave him $3 billion for those Teslas that they used, in law enforcement. Then they gave him another bag for his SpaceX program, but he wanted to shut everybody else down. See, you see the hypocrisy? You see that? See, so remember now, those oligarchs, that's Elon Musk, that's Zuckerberg, the guy who owned Facebook, that's Jeff Bezos, that got it on Oracle out there in San Francisco. So these are the people that are caught in the shot. So what Elon Musk is doing, he's going back in the background, but he ain't going nowhere now. He ain't going nowhere. He's just going in the background because so many people have this venomous hate toward him. And like I said, see, they know that it's getting ready to be conflict here in the country. And so they're trying to move him out, trying to prevent that, but it's not going to prevent nothing.
I think it's too far gone. And then it's just kind of like the way that he's able to just ride off in the sunset. So what happens to Doge? Does it just disappear?
No. Remember what I said now. What they're going to do, they're going to destroy what you and I know as the American nation. Okay. Not only are they going to destroy it, they're going to come up with an alternative. See, they want as much destruction, as much chaos as possible. That's why he gives you a executive order every day. He wants to shock your system. Okay. So once they've torn down what you knew as America, then they're going to offer you martial law. That's the whole thing. They're going to offer you martial law as an alternative to all of the chaos and confusion that they, doing every day. Yeah. And see, here's the thing. Congress is pitiful. They're either scared or they're bought off. Okay. Now, Clarence Thomas and the boys are waiting to make it legal to call Donald Trump the Führer or the dictator, and to make martial law the law of the land. And they know that. Now, you got some of these lower courts right now that's ruling against Trump and some of his foolishness and all of that. But let me tell you something. When it gets to that Supreme Court, they're going to rubber stamp everything they can for Trump. Okay? You just wait.
Mr. Ford, did you hear about Larry Hoover being?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Larry Hoover has, basically his federal charges have been dismissed in the sense that Trump decided, to vacate those 6 consecutive sentences that he received, that he commuted it. He received a federal life sentence.
Right.
His federal charges stem from running a criminal enterprise while incarcerated in Illinois for a 1973 murder. So he was already in prison for serving 200 years in state prison. He was convicted in 1997 of conspiracy, extortion, money laundering, drug offenses.
Right.
And he was sentenced to 6 life terms.
Right. I remember. Now, was he over the L. Runkins or what was the name?
He was over the Gangster Disciples.
Disciples. That's right. The Gangster Disciples. That's right. Yeah.
So
I remember them. If you go back and study the rise of the Black Panthers, one of the things that Fred Hampton was trying to do was he was trying to get all of the so-called gangs in Chicago to unite. That's one of the things they tried to show you in that movie about the life of Fred Hampton. That's why he became so dangerous, because he wanted to unify all of those people. Now, I think Hoover comes on the scene, was it the 80s or 90s? When did he come on the scene?
Oh no, he was
was he what's his age?
He's 74 right now, so he would have been.
So he was in the 60s. So he had to be in the 60s.
Yeah, it says he's the co-founder of the Chicago gang, Gangster Disciples.
Right.
He was charged in a 1973 murder of 19-year-old neighborhood drug dealer William Pookie Young when he was convicted of federal charges and sentenced to 6 life sentences. He was among 39 gangster disciple leaders indicted in August of 95 in Operation Headache, a 6-year effort by the feds to infiltrate gangster disciples. Federal prosecutors had accused him of leading a criminal enterprise to continue overseeing the gang while in prison in Illinois. He was in the maximum security prison in Colorado. It's unclear how soon he'll be released from federal custody, but he still faces the remainder of his 200-year sentence in Illinois, dating back to the 1973 murder. He spent nearly 30 years in solitary confinement at ADX Florence, a maximum security prison in Colorado that they describe as the most restrictive, draconian supermax prison in the United States. Like, he literally had to spend 23 hours locked up.
Right. Okay.
So in his case, for him going from this prison to a Chicago, possibly like an Illinois prison, that's probably, I mean, he's 74 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They are saying that the sentence that he received for 200 years, that there was a law passed and that it would be actually like cut down by 50%. And so it says he's eligible for resentencing, but the courts have been unwilling to give him the opportunity, notwithstanding the fact that he has literally done every single thing a human could do to show that he's been rehabilitated. He was up for parole on his state sentence in 2022 and was denied. So he was 42 years old and already served 20 years in prison before going to, of course, the federal prison. So you know, even if he does get half of his sentence cut off, which would make it 100 years, and he's already served 20 years, he still has about 80 more years to go. But, you know, I'm trying to figure out what Trump's reasoning for this is. And the only thing that I can think of is that he does plan on commuting Derek Chauvin's sentence, his federal charges for the George Floyd incident. He plans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put anything past him. Remember, we could say he's a cruel Lord. I don't put nothing past him.
He said Larry Hoover was born in Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, wee!
Yeah, I just saw that. I saw that.
Not a Jacktown Jew. Oh, wee!
Well, you know what they call Mississippi? I mean, you know what they call Chicago, right?
Mississippi with
Mississippi going north. Yeah, that's what they call it.
Mississippi with tall buildings.
Yeah, Mississippi going north.
I didn't know he's from Jackson, Mississippi. That's scary.
Yeah.
Gotta soften y'all up for that Derek Chauvin pardon.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing with Derek Chauvin is, so Derek Chauvin isn't in a max prison. If I'm Derek Chauvin, I would be pleading with him as well. Please do not commute my sentence, because that means I'm gonna have to go to state prison. So not in Larry Hoover's case, of course, him being in Supermax, it's different than like Derek Chauvin, who's in federal prison. Most of the time, the federal prisons, in terms of resources, access, and it's not as harsh conditions as it is in state prison. So there's that. Next up, Mr. Ford, it has a huge success in Clarksdale, Mississippi, for the Sinners screening, and I have a picture that was put up on the internet. Let me show you the Sinners screening in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Of course, this was the free screening that they had available for this weekend. So it started today, and I want to say it's going to be running through Saturday. They're going to have 2 shows every single day. It's a free screening for the locals.
Right.
And it was a packed house, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's was taken from the story The Crossroads, right? The famous guitarist, they said, that supposedly sold his soul to the devil. And they call it, the story was called The Crossroads.
Yeah. They said that there was some truth to it, that he made some type of deal for his music career.
Oh yeah.
But yep, it's a sold out crowd.
Oh yeah.
Next up, Mr. Ford.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can get into SWAC stuff now.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know, I'm quite sure you've heard it. You know, we lost Charlie Rangel, who was a congressman from New York for many years.
Pull that up.
You know, yeah, he died, Charlie Rangel. I think it was 94. You know, my parents respected Adam Clayton Powell. He took Adam Clayton Powell's seat as the congressman from New York. And Rangel was in there, I know, maybe 40, 50 years?
I want to say Representative Rangel, he was the last founding member of the Black Congressional Caucus.
Okay.
He's the last living member.
Okay.
I want to say.
Yeah, I know he was a Korean vet and he was a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's from New York. He was out of Harlem, wasn't he from Harlem?
Let me read his bio. So he was born on June 11th, 1930 in Harlem, New York.
Mm-hmm.
And he passed away at the age of 94. He was the United States House of Representatives for over 46 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He earned a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star for his service in the United States Army during the Korean War, where he led a group of soldiers out of a deadly Chinese army encirclement during the Battle of Kunurai in 1950. He graduated from New York University in 1957 and St. John's University School of Law in 1960. He worked as a private lawyer, assistant U.S. attorney, and legal counsel during the early mid 1960s. He served 2 terms in the New York State Assembly from 1967 to 1971, defeated longtime incumbent Congressman Adam Clayton Powell Jr. in the primary challenge on his way to being elected to the House of Representatives. As one of the Harlem's Gang of Four, he also became a leader in New York City and state politics. He played a significant role in the creation of the 1995 Upper Manhattan Empowerment Zone Development Corporation and National Empowerment Zone Act. What is that?
That's when that was under, they had something, wait a minute, let me give you the name of it. It was called...
was that gentrification?
No, it was under President Johnson. It was kind of like an urban renewal, but it was called something. I just can't think of it. But anyway, they poured a lot of money into the inner city trying to, supposedly spur business and all. They show it. You have you seen this show called The King of Harlem? It's Forrest Whitaker.
Yes.
They show it to you in that show. This was a deal that was struck with Lyndon Johnson, and Adam Clayton Powell played a part in it, where they were trying to supposedly, quote unquote, help the inner city do urban renewal in the inner city during the 60s and 70s.
Godfather of Harlem.
Yeah, it's the star is a guy named Forrest Whitaker. But there's a scene, they introducing all the historical characters. Like they've had one while Malcolm was in it before he was assassinated. Then they showed you Afeni Shakur, who's a member of the Black Panthers. They've had a character for James Baldwin. Who else? Oh, they've had. I mean, they've tried to mix history into their drama.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on. I want to say, is it MGM or what is it? I can't. It's one of those networks, but it's called King of Harlem, and the star is Forrest Whitaker.
So it does say he was a strong opponent of George W. Bush administration, the Iraq War. He put forth proposals to reinstate the draft during the 2000s.
Well, that's about to come back. Listen, that's about to come back.
It says that Representative Rangel, his district became more Hispanic, and he faced two strong primary challengers during the 2012 and 2014 elections, but he prevailed nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
He did not run for re-election in 2016 and left office in 2017.
Right. Yeah. Oh, the program, it was called War on Poverty. That's what it was called. It was a War on Poverty.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Lyndon Johnson program. It was supposed to extend through the 60s and 70s. Then Nixon kind of shaved and cut a lot of it away too. But the program is called War on Poverty.
So it does say he was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. He's also a member of the fraternity's World Policy Council, a think tank whose purpose is to expand Alpha Phi Alpha's involvement in politics and social and current policy to encompass international concerns. So that, so that's one of the legends in politics.
Yeah, he was slated to become the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, and there was some in Congress who did not want him over there. So that's when all the negative publicity about him started coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that you can think of, Mr. Ford, before we get into SWAC business? I'm trying to think of something else that I had, but my son has my phone.
Well, we'll think. We can go on. We'll think of it as it comes. Somebody will put it in the chat.
So, Lord have mercy. This is so embarrassing. So we have a white man running for mayor in Jackson, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided to drop a diss track. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting ready to play this. Mind you, Lord, please help us.
They won't rap us. They won't rap us. They telling lies on me. I'm still waiting on the evidence. Never to my face. They want to diss and keep a legend in. She told me you sick, little boy. You need some medicine. Why you always talking about corruption? You a pessimist. Look, I'm not saying it ain't working like you said it is. I'm just saying you ain't helped the poor with every check you get. I'm just saying we the ones who paying for your benefits. I heard you want some demon time. Well, baby, I'm an exorcist. Reppin' Ward 3 when I step in. Reppin' Sub 1, Step 2 to the west end. Reppin' for the bottom and addition and the south side. Someone tell the ops on the ticket that we outside. I ain't tripping off an East over businessman. Claiming that he's deep off in the streets when he be witnessing. Knowing that he's never seen addition in the nighttime. Begging all the ministers to sit and give him prime time. I ain't tripping off a 32-year senator who got a DUI. Didn't try to lie and say he never did. Try to...
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa, Mr. Ford. Whoa. Mr. Ford.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mind you, this Senator John Horn,
Mm-hmm.
that beat out Lumumba.
Right.
He had a DUI back in the day, right?
Uh-huh.
So the fact that this is real is mind-blowing. This is literally the city of Jackson, our airport, the rest for the foreseeable future. Like, dear God, please help us. This man is running to be our next mayor.
Try to throw his title at the officer and threaten him. If he's above the law, you think he'll change what we've elected him? I ain't tripping off a radio, strong man, caping for the ops. He endorsing for the wrong man. Last debate, straw poll.
And who the hell is this in the background? Why?
Slaves. That's what it is.
Why?
Slaves.
Why are you in the background?
Told us he's a strong man. Mississippi burning if you think he got the hot.
Wait, did he just say Mississippi burning in his lyrics?
He did. Yes, he did.
Talking about my color, I am not Klan. Lately, I've been trying.
Please stop talking about my color. I am not Klan. Something a Klansman would say.
Trying not to troll because it's off brand. Lately, I've been trying to stop replying when they act out. Knowing I'ma see him when it's time to give a grant out, man down.
Wait a minute. He said that knowing they're going to have to come and see me when I'm handing a grant out. Did you just hear that? There's so much wrong with this video.
I don't care one bit if they liking me. I'm gonna tell the truth if I know you try to lie to me. Someone tell the media stop being a wise guy. Beefing with my city, I might turn this team to 5 guys. Tell them stop talking about 2029. I'm not here to wait in line. This is my time. They won't bribe us. They won't bribe us. They won't bribe us. No. They won't bribe.
Oh my God.
Well, he's doing what his ancestors have always done.
I am so ashamed right now. I'm so ashamed. I am so ashamed right now. And they're in the chat saying that there's a lot of people supporting him.
Mm.
Somebody in the chat is tapping their feet right now. His name is Zach Service.
Okay, what's his background? You got his biography?
I am so embarrassed. He's a Christian, a candidate for mayor of Jackson, a musical artist, a husband, a candidate with good intentions. Look at WLBT. You have got to be kidding me. Lord. All right. So let's pull up his LinkedIn and see. So he has a business called Sound of Service. He's a candidate for mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, and a minister. So
is he one of them evangelicals? What is he? And by the way, who's financing him?
He graduated in 2016 from Abeka Academy. I don't know who's giving him money. He doesn't really have anything on here. He looks like I'm not going to say like that's what they look like, but that's exactly how they look. Like, you know how those type of people have a certain type of look? He just has that look.
Well, always remember what Huey P. Newton said. A politician is a professional liar. He's a puppet on a string controlled by the rich families and the multinational corporations. So when you look at a politician, you need to always find out who's paying the money, who's financing it.
Yeah, somebody's financing him because he absolutely has nothing. He has 29 followers. He worked as an AV technician, dueling hall contract, performance venue. Like, he has nothing on here. Who put this person up? Like, what are we doing here? Come on now. Republicans smell blood, divide the vote and win. Divide the vote, man. Y'all black folks better get y'all asses up there and vote for John Horn, even if you don't want to. Abeka is a homeschool program. Mr. Ford, you're right. Somebody done gave him some money and said, let's put him up against the candidate and see if we can't sneak out a win. That would be, I mean, and here's the thing, like, folks are like, oh, the previous mayor, he was taking bribes, or, you know, he was corrupt. But the real reason why there was so much turmoil and flack with Lumumba is because he did not allow for the state of Mississippi to just railroad the city of Jackson in terms of the water system
Right.
in terms of the control of the airport. And, you know, to the detriment of the mayor and to the city of Jackson, I don't even know what that was about when the city councilman, there had to have been some backdoor deals taking place when they refused to finalize the contract for the trash. There was, I want to say, at least maybe a month or a couple of weeks where the city didn't have trash being picked up because they couldn't vote on the contract, which they ended up extending anyway. But it was just kind of like you had folks that were voting against it and not trying to solve the problem. And
Mhm.
city council is supposed to be representative of the city. You guys don't care. The streets are saying Horn and Reeves are buddies. So I feel like it's kind of like a lose-lose situation here. But you know, that federal indictment that Lumumba got, even though he hasn't been tried yet, you know, that was kind of the nail in the coffin for the city of Jackson, for those residents, not understanding that a lot of times things aren't going the right way in the city of Jackson, and it's not the mayor's fault. It really isn't. It's the state not giving out funding. It's the city council working against the mayor as well. Rodney DePriest is running, I believe.
Mhm.
So we have to deal with that. That was embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed about that. Like, if you don't go sit down somewhere, please, nobody's voting for you. Y'all, we got to make sure we get out and vote, though. That's a dirty mess. All right, next. Yes, baby. Mm-hmm. Oh, don't do that, baby. You'll break it. Yeah, don't.
And one of the things I meant to tell you, make sure you get Dr. Kunjufu's material on how to counter the conspiracy to destroy black boys. Make sure you get that and read that to Brax.
Wait, what is it called?
It's Dr. Kunjufu. He's out of Chicago. The series is called Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys.
Countering the Conspiracy.
You can see if you can pull it up. Put it up on the screen. It's Dr. Kunjufu, Kwanzaa Kunjufu.
They have different volumes, it looks like.
Yeah, all of that stuff is awesome.
Oh, he has more than one. He has 3
And he
different
has one on Black history, has one on Black economics. But make sure you get all of that for Brax and read, just read that stuff to him. Because it's awesome. And tell him I loved his recital of Ephesians. And the next one I want him to recite is Songs 27. Tell him I want him to learn that by heart.
Oh, yeah. They had him do the first. Come here, Braxton.
You move just like that.
Oh. Say hello to Mr. Ford.
Hi.
Hey, Brax, how you doing? I enjoyed you with your Ephesians. I love Ephesians.
He's talking to you. No, it's not your turn. Go ahead.
Yes, it's my turn.
No, it's not. You have honey bun all over your. Go ahead.
Hey, Brax.
The Lord is right. Hi.
Yeah, I want you to read that one. It's called, it's the 27th song. I want you to learn that now. That's very important. You got to keep that with you from now on.
The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies, and the foes came upon to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. As an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. The war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing have I
desired,
of the Lord. That will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to
Inquire.
inquire in his temple.
Okay, that's enough.
Yee.
Job.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the time of trouble he shall hide me in his
Pavilion.
pavilion, and the secret of his
Tabernacle.
tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock, and now shall mine head be filled up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his
Tabernacle.
sacrifices of joy. I will sing praises unto the Lord. Here,
Wait, you want him to learn the whole thing?
I just want him to know that. I want him to keep that with him forever.
fine, let me just look at it.
Yeah, that's his 27th song. I want you to always know that and recite that.
Wait, that's it?
Mm-hmm. It's 14.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to see them. I want to go StreamYard. When I move, you move. Just like that.
Okay. Good job, Braxton.
Yeah, great job, Brax. Good job, man. Hey, Brax, they ask you who was your favorite rattler. You always tell them Papa Jake Gaither. When they ask you who's your favorite rattler, tell them Papa Jake Gaither.
Okay.
All right, remember that name now. What's that name again?
Papa J. Grappa.
Gaither.
Gaither. Papa Jake Gaither.
Papa loves the Gayfer.
Papa Jake Gaither. His name was Alonzo.
Papa loves the Gayfer.
Yeah, Papa Jake Gaither.
Papa loves the Gayfer.
We'll work on that, Jake Gaither. Okay.
Yeah, Jake Gaither.
All right. Thank you, Braxton. So he'll work on that.
Okay.
He still has to like during the summer, he still has to do some reading. He still has to do what else does he have to do? His Bible verses and stuff like that. Everyone, if you guys have not, my last little thing, we haven't even gotten into nothing SWAC, Lord. There is a Sheet of People. It's like a comedy, loosely based on a Jackson State alum who basically becomes a lawyer. She graduates from Jackson State. And then let me see what you're doing.
Bro,
Lord, I have to watch my son.
You look funny, see?
Let me see.
Look.
Make into a baby. Why would you do that?
Can I show them?
Stop playing. gracious. All right, sorry about that, y'all. My son was playing with ChatGPT, telling the thing to make it look like a baby. My favorite rattler is Marva. Oh, Whitley. My favorite rattler is Miss Mary 305. Mr. Ford, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, the phone dropped. Or not
that's
the phone,
okay.
the thing dropped. But I was trying to tell you guys about She the People because it's a Tyler Perry Netflix series. And the main Terry J. Vaughn, also known as Antoinette Dunkerson, she shouts out Jackson State. So it's a comical political series. It's really nice. And so hopefully if you guys get a chance, and if you have Netflix, or if your friend has Netflix, you can tell them to tune in to She the People. All right. Mr. Ford, you ready for some SWAC football?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Or should we talk about the MEAC SWAC challenge first?
Okay, that's Southern and North Carolina Central, right?
Yes. So there's a couple of different news things that have came out that are surrounding this particular football season. And they're starting to drop the times of certain games and where those games.
Yeah. I saw 2 today. I did.
So I would just like to know what your take is on. So the first one is of course that we can talk about is the Orange Blossom Classic. Right. It had a new date and broadcast channel. And what do you think about the time change? And also, what do you guys think about the channel that they're putting it on? So Orange Blossom Classic, of course, the Rattlers, they put them on pause. Last year it was North Carolina Central versus Alabama State.
Yeah.
This year it's going to be Howard versus the FAMU Rattlers. Right. So they decided to change it. So it used to be played on Sunday and televised on ESPN and ESPN2. And now they're switching it to ESPNU. It said North Carolina Central's win over Alabama State in 2024 drew an average of 686,000 viewers on ESPN2. The numbers were up from the 438,000 viewers who watched the 2023 game between Florida A&M and Jackson State, which was televised on ESPN. So now it's going to be an hour later. And it comes on before the LSU and Clemson matchup, and they're having it on ESPNU. What do you think about that change?
I wish it was a night game because of that extreme heat down there in Hard Rock Stadium. I can remember watching the game, and I thought I saw band members laid out from exhaustion. And so I really would like for it to be a night game because you're in Miami, and you're talking about 90-degree heat, and I just wish it was a night game.
So Blue said once they moved it to Saturday, they're lucky they even got ESPNU. They're always going to prioritize Power 4 games. Should have kept it on Sunday.
Yeah, it probably. But they probably had some other games for that time.
Packer pulled strings with their ESPN Rattlers on high at ABC. I don't know why they changed it. Why wouldn't you keep it to Sunday? And it was
what games are they? What you have to do is look and see what games do they have scheduled for that Sunday, because I'm quite sure they got some games scheduled for that Sunday. And they're probably, like you said, they're Power 4 games.
I mean, but that's why you just have. I want to say they had it early. They have it early.
Yeah, they did. I think it was what? Was it a 2:00 game or 3:00 game?
No, it was early. It was earlier
I
than
thought it was
that.
a 3:00 game on a Sunday, right?
I can't remember. I remember I was there, but I don't know. I know it was hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hot,
That's the
muggy.
thing.
It was
You
hot,
got-
muggy, and it rained. It rained.
Yeah, but
Like,
the main thing I
pouring
remember for
down.
those games, you know, when Jackson was playing Florida A&M, it was hot.
Right.
And then people, I remember band members were laid out, you know. Kids, you had the band sitting in the sun. It was just, I just thought it would be better as a night game.
Right. And then another, of course, update. The MEAC SWAC Challenge, as we all know, that particular game is on ABC. So the 2025 Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge kickoff. It will be broadcasted live on ABC during week 0. The game will take place at Center Park Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. I want to say that it's had some of the largest draws in the last couple of years, and record-breaking viewership. So that should be great.
Yeah, nothing will change about that. That's Trey Oliver against Terrence Graves.
Yep.
Yeah, they know each other.
We're gonna be able to see what we got. Okay, this.
One's a Central graduate and the other one's a Winston-Salem graduate. So they go way back.
Whenever I ask, hey, Dr. Kanisha. Whenever I ask
Dr. Kanisha, hey, Dr. Kanisha.
Yeah, she just missed it. We was talking about Howard versus FAMU.
Yeah, did y'all get an offense coordinator, Dr. Kanisha?
She said, there's no more hiring of coaches. It's time to get down to business, Mr. Ford.
I know it. You're right, babe. This was when I was coaching. June and July was the planned months. That was the months we put everything together.
Yes. So another thing, I can't wait to see North Carolina Central versus Southern. I can't wait.
I think that should be a good game. Yeah,
it tells us where each team is in terms of what are we looking at here. So North Carolina Central put up a really good showing against Alabama State. Alabama State, of course, had that issue with the quarterback play. I think that Alabama State could have pulled out a win. Nonetheless, we're going to be able to see what's going on with Southern. They got a couple of new quarterbacks in that room. And North Carolina Central to see how their quarterback that they had last year, if he's improved his game.
Was it Walker Harris? What was his name?
Yes, Walker Harris.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he lefty, I think.
Yeah, so Walker Harris. They call him Walker Texas Ranger Harris.
Oh yeah, he could throw that football.
Dr. Kanisha said, Mr. Ford, there's been no high.
No high, okay.
Okay. And let me see what else we got going on here. Jackson State versus USM. They announced that the game will be at 4 p.m. I don't know why they have it at 4 p.m. It is hot.
Yes.
In Mississippi. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm most embarrassed about? These headlines. Jackson State versus Southern Miss game to receive airtime. When has Jackson State games not experienced airtime? Is Southern Miss excited about being on the air?
No, they just waiting on that money y'all gonna bring them.
Stop.
She said lay beside you so she can hear. Stop.
Jackson State football week 2 game at Southern Miss scheduled for September 6th at 4 p.m. It will stream on ESPN Plus. I'm sorry, if I'm streaming on ESPN Plus, I should be able to pick when I want to be at the game. It's at 4 because of the Sun Belt schedule. Oh. It says airtime. We always are on ESPN Plus. That's not nothing new. So we'll be hosting Hampton to begin the season at the Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium on August 30th. And
That's televised. That's on ESPN Plus.
They haven't released that yet.
Okay.
The Sun Belt just happened to release that particular one on that schedule, but they have not released where each thing is going to be. Mr. Ford, type allegedly in the chat. I got to tell you something about Hampton. Allegedly in the chat. I believe USM plays mostly day games. It's too hot.
Yeah, that's all right, baby.
That heat in Mississippi is something else different. Like, it's different. I'm looking forward to Jackson State versus Southern Miss in Hattiesburg. Get that 375 and go back up the road. Okay, so allegedly Jackson State is going to be playing Hampton next year, and it's supposed to be like, I don't know if it's going to be in Hampton, but it's supposed to be up north, Mr. Ford.
Oh, okay.
But they said that Hampton has a small stadium. Does anybody in the chat know how many folks can fit in the Hampton Stadium?
Armstrong does between 12 and 15. You can look it up. It's called Armstrong Stadium. It's probably about 12 to 15,000, if it's that.
I was told it was smaller than that.
Well, just pull up Armstrong Stadium.
So it does say Armstrong Stadium is a 12,000 seat multi-purpose stadium in Hampton, Virginia. Yeah. So do you think that they should have the game in Hampton? They were saying like for getting to Hampton is kind of hard.
Of course, I'd love for that game to be at the Meadowlands.
Dr. Kanisha, y'all stadium is only 6,000.
Yeah, that's a green stadium is about. They can pack people in there, but seating wise, yeah, it's about between 7 and 10.
What they band look like, Mr. Ford?
I was about to ask Dr. Kanisha. I have no idea. I have no idea. Y'all gonna bring some people down
there? Jerome being messy talking about what they band look like.
Hey, they got to come down to Miami to face the 100 at the 100.
Hampton has a decent band. Dr. Carey says they got a decent band. It's more than a 30-piece band, Dr. Carey.
You talking about Hampton?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hampton got more than 30 pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Hampton has more than
30. Dr. Hall says she's about to leave the MEAC. She's sick of the MEAC. Their band is nice and small. The Force. Their band is called The Force, allegedly.
That's Hampton, right?
Yeah, so I know that I think Hampton was scheduled to play at North Carolina A&T, I want to say. And North Carolina A&T told them they couldn't bring their band, and they were mad. Oh, Dr. Kanisha said their band is about the same size as Howard's, Mr. Ford.
Who? Hampton? No.
Kanisha said it's a good 50-piece all flats. It's a good 50-piece all flats. It says, I'm sure they sound good compared to the fire of the Carolinas at Elon over in that CAA. Oh, Mr. Ford. Yeah. So it says North Carolina A&T is the only big band in the MEAC. Larger than South Carolina State? Oh, Lord.
A&T is no longer in the MEAC.
Uh-oh. Set him straight, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, A&T is not in the MEAC anymore.
I guess what Mr. Moore is saying is since the exit of North Carolina A&T, there is no band with, a lot of members. But Mr. Moore said that they sound good, though. They have some nice tubas. I'm just saying, MEAC Pirates not here tonight, but he would be telling us that we got to walk the plank, right? How are we going to walk the plank and y'all don't even have any music to go with it? Hampton has a beautiful campus with a yacht club. Oh, they fancy.
Yeah, they do. That's true.
Yeah.
They got a beautiful campus. They do.
Norfolk State has a big band. I want to see Jackson State versus Norfolk State.
Oh, what you want it? You want that in the Celebration Bowl?
I think that we should schedule a classic next year.
Oh yeah, that would be really nice.
South Carolina State is starting to build, but they're still small.
Okay.
I have had so many requests for us to start doing these HBCU schedules, and I'm like, we don't know what everybody has. I know what Jackson State has, and I'm, the only toss-up that we have is USM, and that's it. I feel like we're going to win every game by 3 touchdowns or more. So, and Mr. Ford, giving you any inside information about FAMU? Like, what's going on? I seen they got a quarterback today.
Okay, where did he come from?
He's a white rattler.
Okay, where is he a transfer?
I want to say he's from California, and I want to say he's straight out of high school.
Oh, he's out of what high school?
Let me get it. I don't know. I kind of scrolled past it, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it.
Okay, yeah. See what high school?
They got them a white rattler.
Well, they already have one a transfer from the University of Miami. Remember? Is he still there?
Well, oh, I forgot to do that. I gotta do that too. Does anybody know in the chat who that rattler is? Howard's band sounds a hot mess. Yeah, it says I don't care about predictions until around August 15th when we start knowing who's actually on these teams. What do you think about that, Mr. Ford? Do you agree?
What was that? I'm sorry. What did you say?
In this era of transfer portal, I don't care about predictions until around August 15th, the day after my birthday, when we start knowing who's actually on the teams.
Oh yeah. Because
I agree, huh? We need to wait till after SWAC Media Day.
Yeah. Because SWAC Media Day is August what?
July 16th,
Okay.
and then the MEAC Media Day is the week after in Baltimore. Jet Petty. You know Blue Nose. Jet Petty, he's a JUCO kid. Okay.
And he's coming from what JUCO?
He is listed as 6 foot and 145 pounds. No, is that right, Jet Petty? Mm-hmm. I thought he was from California.
You got a picture of him?
No.
And you don't have what high school is he coming from?
I could have sworn when I looked at it that it said FAMU. Let me see. Nope, nothing's coming up. I did see it.
Nothing.
Oh, here it is. New FAMU football commit Jet Petty earned Southern California Football Association National Division All Central League first team for quarterbacking Long Beach City College last year.
Okay.
Okay. So it says he's 6'2", 195 pounds, 3 for 2 mid-year, top 5 passers in California. Let's see what we got going on here.
Well,
California love.
remember the guy that won that Celebration Bowl? He was from California. What was his name?
Musa.
Musa was from California. So they, yeah, Musa was a California kid.
You got to know in July because you're not going to know in July because teams will be adding additional players in the summer. Well, I don't know about y'all, but we got our folks coming in next week now. Not the next day, not tomorrow, but now. So yeah. Y'all they said they want to talk about football, but they don't want to talk about rankings. Well, all you need to know is that it's the year of the Tiger again, and I'm not talking about Grambling or Texas Southern. Mr. Ford, they're asking in the chat, did Musa go pro?
We have to ask Zach, Blue. I think he got a shot with somebody. Didn't he go to somebody? Blue, didn't he go to somebody's camp? Or did he go to Europe? Or what happened with him?
Speaking of camps, see, I'm forgetting all this stuff. There's so much stuff going on, Mr. Ford. It's hard to keep up. It really is. So tomorrow, the Wildcats are competing. Let me put that up on the board.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They will be, and they are they're playing Florida State, but they played Florida State kind of close the last time they played. I want to say it was a close
that's right.
game.
They're going to be in Tallahassee. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're going to be in Tallahassee.
Let me see if I got that. Oh, yep, I do. Okay. So this is basically the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And this is the team, Coach Reggie Theas. I also see Coach Woody there. I see the mascot there, and this is at the selection show, and Coach Hernandez and the team. This is the selection show.
Alex Ludy's ECC Player of the Year. They are welcoming in the
So the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats.
Listen, I thought that game was a classic because I thought FAM had the game won. I really did. I thought FAM had it. Yeah, play that Wildcat fight song, baby.
You want me to play the
Wildcat fight, so you know I love it.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and get that. I'm gonna get the video of that.
That was a classic. That was a classic. Because I thought FAMU had it won.
Let me see if I can get it. I'm gonna play the that particular what was it, the 9th? Bottom of the 9th.
Yeah.
2 outs.
Yes.
2 strikes.
Barrel pitch. Come on, pitch. Come on, pitch. Come on, pitch. Get up. 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 Get up.
Mr. Ford.
Uh-huh.
A lot of those players were recruited out of Florida. Did you know that?
Yeah, both teams. Yeah. And then I think
but they do have
them,
somebody from Ridgeland, Mississippi.
okay, and then they have some kids from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Hey, those two now this is the second time they played for the SWAC championship, right? Because when FAM won it, didn't they beat Bethune?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that the Florida Classic is alive and strong in baseball.
I mean, they got that thing wrapped up, don't they?
Yeah, they got two out there. That's Coach Shoopers does a great job at Florida A&M. And they also have an outstanding program at Bethune-Cookman.
Do you think that if the coach beats Florida State or any team for that matter in this regional, do you think they're going to come and get him?
Yes. Yeah.
He's not. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen.
Oh yeah. They got a serious baseball legacy down there. They got a nice program at Bethune-Cookman. They were tough in the MEAC in baseball. Yeah, they got a good program. Really good program.
I wanted to play the footage from the announcer, just because it was great. Like just to him cover the game. So I'm getting ready to play it for you because I was like, this is great.
Birthdays. I won't complain.
Braxton, it's not time to sing that just yet. Just hold off.
Just 3 shy of tying the program record for wins in a season.
Why?
2-0. In the air, center field. Back goes Cruz. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It's gone! It's gone! It's gone! Bethune-Cookman University, your wait is over! The Bethune-Cookman Wildcats are the 2025 SWAC Baseball Champions! Los Gatos de los Campeones de la SWAC! Andre Martinez, the walk-off 3-run home run with 2 outs in the 9th, and the Wild just 3 shy of tying the program.
Did you hear that, Mr. Ford?
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh my gosh.
That's Cat-Eye Network, right? That Cat-Eye Network.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Now, if we could just get a head football coach. We could just get a head football coach at Bethune-Cookman.
Mr. Ford, do you remember Lenny Webster from Grambling State?
Okay, what years was he there? Do you know
what
the year?
What years was he there?
Was the year Rattler?
What year was the what?
What year is it?
It definitely ain't that year, that's for sure.
What year is it?
It's not the year of the Rattler, that's for sure.
What year is it?
It's the year of the Tiger.
Okay, did he say when was Lenny
No.
Webster?
On it. We're waiting on it.
Okay. He was in. I should know him. Okay, now
80s,
was he
in the
football, basketball? What was he baseball? What was Lenny Webster? What was his sport?
80s. Lenny Webster from Grambling State. I don't know. Mr. Webster, he was living HBCU baseball history, Mr. Ford. Lenny Webster was a catcher. Here, go over there for a second. Lenny Webster of Grambling State University. He's talking about Major League Baseball. When it comes to recruiting future Major League Baseball players, there wasn't the case for Grambling's Hall of Fame head coach Wilbur Ellis in the 1980s.
I know
when
Coach Ellis is.
Lenny Webster, young catcher and designated hitter from Louisiana, caught his eye. Lenny Webster had committed to Grambling long before. There's no time. It says, I was in Chicago and the Bayou Classic was on TV. I'll never forget the band and all the hoopla. That was the sight to see. And I was like, wow, I want to go to Grambling. That's what Lenny Webster said as to the reason why he chose to go to Grambling is because he saw a Bayou Classic on TV when he was in Chicago. It said he arrived at a remarkable time in the Tigers' long, illustrious history. During his seasons, 83, 84, and 85, Grambling won the SWAC championship every season, competing against conference foes whose lineups featured their own major league players. The Tigers were 95, 45, and 1 overall during Mr. Webster's time on campus and 44-10 against the SWAC. Mr. Webster later enjoyed a 12-year Major League Baseball career, mainly as a catcher. In his junior season with Grambling, he split time behind the plate with senior Ira Tuel, who also happened to hit a team high of .404 with 8 home runs, matching Mr. Webster and 52 RBIs. That's how loaded the Grambling program was. Younger guys destined for the major leagues had to be content as role players until their time came.
I saw the 85 team. So he played with Gary Eves. I saw that 80. Wait, let me get it right. The 85 team played the University of Texas in the NCAA World Series playoffs. So I had to have seen him.
Mm-hmm. It says he was born in Louisiana. All my family is from Louisiana. I was born in New Orleans. And about the age of 5, my parents, Washington Webster Jr. and Barbara Webster, decided to move us to Chicago. I grew up and learned how to play baseball in Chicago, a South Side area called Stony Island. That's where it started for me and my brothers. We grew up across the street from Jackson Park, and there was a field there, and they offered the kids after-school activities. We lived there until I was 13. It was probably the late 70s. And at that time, on the South Side, gangs were running rampant. My mom and dad figured we might need to get out of there. So we decided to move back down south and we moved to Mississippi.
Right.
We spent about 3 years on the Gulf Coast. And then he wanted to go to Lutcher, Louisiana High School because they always had a good football team there. Of course, that's my mom and dad's hometown, so I convinced my mom and dad to let me go there. So he stayed with his aunt, and then his family moved to Lutcher. Okay.
Yeah, he should have played. See, Gary Eves, I think, played for the Atlanta Braves. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. But he should have played with Gary Eves.
They said they remember playing the SWAC tournament in Jackson, Mississippi. Something happened and I just went off and was named SWAC tournament MVP. And you're right. He did play against the number 1 team in the country as a junior at the Austin Regional against the Texas Longhorns. And they beat us in 12 innings by 1 run. And the guy on the mound, Gary Eve, pitched the whole game. That was probably my best college memory. We had Texas on the ropes. We lost the game on a bullshit call. It was a good game. And after the game, the Texas crowd gave us a standing ovation. we got beat on a call at the plate saying our catcher didn't tag the guy coming in. But the next day, Dennis Cook, the Texas-based runner, had stitches across his eye, but the ump said he didn't get tagged. That's how it went. Okay. And it said that roster your junior year was loaded, wasn't it? Jarrett Williams was just a freshman.
What about that Foley kid? They had a kid named Foley was on that team. I think he went to the Phillies. There should have been a kid named Foley. I think he was a pitcher.
So, Mr. Ford, what happened to that dynamic of these young black men and them black American men going to the major leagues? I mean, I'm going to say that the number of black American men that are actively playing has decreased. Do you know what that probably could have came from?
Yeah, listen, after Hank Aaron broke that Babe Ruth record in 1964, remember, blacks reintegrated baseball in 47 with Jackie Robinson. By 1974, you had all the records, and they were saying we're going to put a cap on or a quota on the number of Negroes that we're going to allow in the major leagues. And basically what they did, a lot of your major leaguers came out of the South, all right? And so when they would go to these majority white high schools, they wanted the blacks to play football, basketball, but they would not allow them to play baseball. They would reserve them baseball teams for the white boys, okay? And so that cut down on the number of kids because, see, baseball is a sport. You got to start playing it early, okay? You need to start playing baseball you start T-ball 6, 7 years old. Then you go up to the little leagues and the junior league, and then, play high school baseball. But see, a lot of these coaches in the South, especially those majority white high schools, they didn't want no more than one black athlete on them baseball teams because I came from a high school like that. And so they cut off on they would make, whereas, when they had the black high schools, a kid could play 3 sports or 4 sports. You go to the majority white high schools, them coaches ain't letting you play but 1 or 2 sports. You can play football. You might can play basketball. Some of them won't even let you play basketball because they want you pumping iron the whole year. Okay. And then some of them, like I said, they would have 1 black baseball player, and that was it. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that we're talking about baseball right now because I have an announcement to make. The Minority Baseball Prospects has an HBCU All-Star game this weekend.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be in Kannapolis, North Carolina, and in
Charlotte. I know what Kannapolis. Okay.
And in Charlotte. And let me see. I was trying to look at the weather, but this looks like something that I'm definitely probably going to take my son to this weekend. It's Kannapolis is not too far from Charlotte.
Yeah. John Edwards, was he from Kannapolis? Remember the guy that was running for president or something?
Who?
You don't remember John Edwards? He was kind of known in the early 2000s. I think he wanted to run for president. I thought he was from Kannapolis. You remember John Edwards?
No.
Okay.
Let me see if I can pull it up. I pulled up one of them, but I wanted to pull up the other one so I can read it to you guys about the HBCU minority prospects. Okay. So the All-Star game in Kannapolis and Charlotte area. It started today, Thursday. Let's see what they had going on. So All-Star weekend. It starts tomorrow. So tomorrow, Friday, May 30th, top 44 HBCU softball players in the country at 7:30 p.m. at Sticks Williams Dream Fields. I didn't know the softball was in there too, but apparently the softball is in there. That's going to take place on Friday. And then Saturday, May 31st at 5 p.m. at the Atrium Health Park is the HBCU Battle of the Bands. And then at 7:30 is when they're going to have the All-Star game. The Minority Prospects HBCU All-Star Weekend, the Battle of the Bands, they're going to have West Meck High School, West Charlotte High School, Salisbury High School, and North Mecklenburg High School, and then a special performance by the North Carolina HBCU Alumni Mass Band. That is going to take place at 5 p.m. And at 3:30, they're having a free youth clinic. So, like, I guess my son doesn't have a baseball glove, though, or baseball anything. He plays soccer, so I don't know. But yes, so they have a whole bunch of activities, and that's basically, it starts tomorrow, but on Saturday is when they have the game. So a youth clinic, Battle of the Bands, they have a fastest man home run derby, the All-Star game, and then they're going to have fireworks at 10 o'clock p.m. So that's a big day. And I want to say we have Alabama State University. Let me see. Oh, okay, we do have Jackson State University girls tomorrow. So I'll just read out the minority prospects. Brooke Ramsey from Alabama State University, Elena Scott from Alabama State University, Asara Thibodeau from Langston University, Shakayla Terry from Miles College, Olivia Miller from Alcorn State University, Taylor Ames Alexander from South Carolina State, Haley Darrington from Virginia State University, Jasmine Stewart from Fort Valley University, Cameron Broussard is from Grambling State University, Karma Fields is from Elizabeth City State University, Brooklyn Morris from Jackson State University, Kristen White, Delaware State University, Lindsay George, Bowie State University, Samantha Smith from Florida A&M University, Jaden Davis from North Carolina Central University, and Sienna Bullock from Livingstone University. And then Team Billy Harris, they had Team Betty Chapman and Team Billy Harris. Amaya McPherson is from Norfolk State, Monica Rose from Tuskegee University, Onika Spencer from Tennessee State, Avery Fisher from Albany State, Dakota Daniel from Alabama A&M, Jamaria Charlie from South Carolina State, Lene Carr from Texas Southern, Gila Thomas from Winston-Salem State, Amari Brown from Florida A&M, Leona Joshua from Rust College, Jayla Hill from Bowie State, Madison Hurt from Albany State, Katie Ayers from Albany State, Tanaya Fletcher from Alcorn State University, Jace Jackson from Tennessee State, Leah Leonard from Fort Valley, and Queen Olivia Edmonds from Norfolk State, and Trinity Glover from North Carolina A&T. Okay, and that's going to be on Friday that they have the All-Star game for the women.
Okay.
And then the men is going to be on Saturday. They have Joe Black and Bill Lucas as the team. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You've been on there like for hours. I only got 18 minutes. You've been on here for hours.
What is it that you want to say to them while you're interrupting me from reading these folks' names?
Fine, you can read them.
Okay, thank you. All right. So on Team Joe Black, we have AJ Swatter from Spring Hill College. Is Spring Hill
Alabama? That's in Alabama.
It's an HBCU?
Yes. SSIAC.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Remember, Alabama has the highest number of HBCU.
Chinar Brown from Grambling State, Samuel Fleming from Stillman College, Keelan Sloan from Voorhees University, Kelton Phillips from Texas Southern, Gavin Terry from UAPB, Tanner Aoki from Mississippi Valley, Eric Elliott from Jackson State, okay.
Ryan Morrow
from Tuskegee University, Saul Gonzalez from Lane College,
Jeremiah Newman from Southern University. Jeremiah Clark, Xavier University of
Louisiana. Cameron Douglas from Alabama State University. Arjun Huerta. Oh, we have another Jackson State University player. I thought it was just one. We have more than one.
Can I say one? Bryden Thomas, Sahamba State University. Nick Luckett, Southern University.
Kawan Burnett from Dillard University. Elijah Pickney from Morehouse College. Emery Stevens from Albany State University. Malik Barron.
Russ College. Kelly White, Southern University.
Braylon Duran from Benedict College. Can I read the rest of these, please?
Okay.
Team Bill Lucas. Dang, they have a lot of players, Mr. Ford, from all over. This is really great.
And they said that Spring Hill is a PWI, but it is in the SIAC.
Wait, what? They have a PWI in the SIAC? Where was I at?
That's what they said right here, Spring. They're in the SIAC, but they are PWI.
Okay, let me finish. I just got about 20 more names. I'm sure everybody would like to be read and acknowledged. Miguel Oropeza from Talladega College, Landon Williams from Prairie View A&M, Joel Malone from Payne College, Juan Guardado from Benedict College, Taj Bates from Southern University, Gardell Thibodeau from Southern University, Anderson Moreno from Bluefield State University, JT Taylor from North Carolina A&T, Brevin Smith from Savannah State, Devin Lee from Tuskegee University, Jalen Burrell from Alcorn State University, Thomas Ely from Virginia State University, Jalen Jones from Norfolk State, Miles Bowens from Southern University at New Orleans, Nathaniel Rutledge III from Alabama A&M, Keneas Davis from Alcorn State, Camden Matthews from Miles College, Elijah Bronner from Claflin University, Reagan Riviere from Coppin State University, Keon Guillory from Wiley University, Joseph Eichelberger from Jackson State University, Sean Stewart from Clark Atlanta University, Reginald Tuggle III from Savannah State University, Trey Bridges from Grambling State University. And then the additional players, Jordan McClatty from Jackson State University is going to be there. Juan Cruz from Alabama State University, Justin Jornet from Norfolk State University, Daryl Lee from Bethune-Cookman University, Andre Martinez from Bethune-Cookman University, Bro Popple from Florida A&M University, Torrey Jones Jr. from Edward Waters University, and Diego Barrett from North Carolina A&T. So the Bethune-Cookman players, they're kind of like in the air, right? Because they have a game tomorrow.
Right.
So I don't know if they're going to make it. But anyway, so that was a good segue to be able to cover that. So that will be taking place this weekend. I'm going to go to that. You want to go see the baseball players in the HBCU band? Okay. I think we'll go to that as long as it's not raining. It's been raining literally every single day this week. It rained.
Same thing here.
Just been, dreary.
Jacksonville.
Jackson has a mega camp this weekend. Mr. Ford, there's going to be like 1,200 people at the stadium. 1,200 students at the stadium. I'm going to make you go to bed.
Okay, now what colleges what schools are going to be present?
Let me pull it up, Mr. Ford. They said that this is huge, that 247 Sports and Rivals is going to be covering the camp this weekend. They said it's really, really big. Let me pull it up. And I looked at the weather, and it says that the weather is going to be awesome. It's going to be hot. Well, basically, it's not going to rain. That was my biggest concern. Okay, so it's scheduled for, it's actually scheduled for Sunday, June 1st. The high is supposed to be 82, supposed to be 62, partly cloudy, high of 82. So this is the Jackson State University Mega Camp. It's put on by the Southern Elite Mega Camp Mega Series. It's for classes 2026 through 2029, Portal and JUCO grads.
Oh yeah.
It's the media is by 247 Sports and Catapult. Schools invited, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Colorado, Georgia Tech, Mississippi State. I don't think the SC. Who is that? Is that Southern Cal?
Yeah.
Or is it, okay, I thought that was Southern Cal. Tulane, Arizona, NIU Huskies. You know the head coach for NIU Huskies, that his brother was our linebacker coach for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. You know, he beat Notre Dame last year.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who LU is. Who is LU, Mr. Ford? Langston?
Liberty? That's Liberty out of Virginia.
Okay. Jackson State, Tuskegee. I think that's Tuskegee. I don't know. It looks like Tuskegee. Valley, Bethune-Cookman, Alcorn, FAMU, Alabama State. Of course, all the SWAC schools are invited.
Right.
Kennesaw State. And I think the fact that they have 247 Sports covering it.
Are they broadcasting, or it's going to be radio? What is it going to be?
From what I was told, that's just going to be the media who's going to be posting probably like clips from their.
Oh, okay.
From their social media, which 247 is really high on, like recruits and rankings and all that different type of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be at the Veterans Memorial Stadium. Registration closes this coming Saturday. Power of 5, Group of 5, FCS Division 1, Division 2, NAIA, and junior college coaches will be in attendance. The high school prospects entering the 9th to 12th grade, eligible JUCO and transfer portal prospects. And it just says that the media coverage will be by 247 Sports. This is what you call a mega camp, okay?
Oh yeah, one of the biggest ones in the country.
Yes, mega. This is going to be huge. And I love the fact that they're having it at the Veterans Memorial Stadium. I love the fact that it's going to be really good weather there. And it's just a chance for, I think they said that they had like 1,000 student athletes last year. And it was, I want to say like at a different college. I want to say like maybe Mississippi College or something like that. I think it's huge that it's at the Veterans Memorial Stadium. So I'll be looking forward to seeing those clips.
Yeah, I will too. They probably got kids coming from all around the country. I mean, you have kids from California, probably New York, Illinois, Florida, Georgia.
Yes. You know, they kids right on up. I want to say that there was an early bird registration for $50, but now it's like $75. But yeah, this is really big and huge. And, you know, they're going to have the Gatorade out there and the water keeping these kids hydrated.
Oh, yeah.
My school, what is my school? My school is Jackson State University. The Jackson State University. So somebody had an idea, and his name is Dre. Am I even supposed to tell you guys who had the idea? So I'm before we get off of here, I wanted to ask you the question. The title of this particular series is called What If? Do you know that have you ever watched What If?
No, you got now. What? Tell me about What If now.
Okay, so basically the series What If, it was put on by like Marvel, and basically it'll change like the outcome of something. So for instance, like what if Thanos didn't snap his finger or whatever. So the concept of the What If series is basically we give a hypothetical scenario and design an intro narration. So you're going to be the watcher, Mr. Ford. But it's HBCU themed. So I'm going to give you so here's a fun one. So what if the Avengers were Greek? Or not Greek. Yeah, we're in Greek fraternities or sororities. Which now here come Braxton. As soon as I heard Avengers, as soon as I said Avengers, he came over here running. So basically, what if the Avengers were part of a Greek fraternity or sorority? Which one would they be for? Okay. So that's the first question. While I try to figure out a more serious question for you.
Okay, now you got to tell me now. Only one I know is that's Black, and that Black Panther.
Yeah, which fraternity would the Black Panther be in?
Let's see. You mean the Chadwick Boseman character, right?
He's the Black Panther, T'Challa.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. He would be T'Challa.
Avengers symbol.
Oh God, I should have never said that.
Let's see.
I was trying to do a more lighthearted one before I do a serious one. Like
T'Challa to me would have been an alpha, right?
I agree, Mr. Ford. I agree totally.
He would have been an alpha. Yeah.
That's not T'Challa. That's Batman. Move.
Batman wears a yellow belt. He has a belt and stuff. Isn't that? Did this look like T'Challa?
No, it does
not. Now, remember the guy, Michael B. Jordan? He was the guy who was like the nemesis to T'Challa.
Yeah, what would he be?
He would be Omega. He would be Omega. He would be Omega Psi.
Okay, Braxton. I didn't ask you to come bring all your thousands of Avengers toys over here. This is a what if. It's not real. Okay, so on a more serious note, I'll ask you this one. Let me pull up.
Forgetting Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Oh God. On a more serious note, one of the questions is, what if Southern and Jackson State played in the Bayou Classic National Championship,
I got
Mr.
War
Ford?
Machine and Green Lantern.
Wait a minute. What if, say it again, what if Southern
and Jackson State were the team to play in the Bayou Classic? Not Grambling and Southern, but Southern and Jackson State.
Oh.
What if the Avengers were stronger than Thanos?
This ain't working. Mr. Ford, you're thinking way too hard into it.
I know that band. That would be something.
Okay, let me see if I can find a different question because you kind of stumped over here. What if I don't want to do what if MEAC and SWAC merge into one super conference because you've already What?
What? Yes. Please make that a reality. with Dr. Charles McClellan as the head.
There's
Yes.
no reason for us to do a what if for that because you've already blatantly told us. Okay, here's one. What if North Carolina A&T never left the MEAC?
They would be right now. They would be battling Jackson. It would be a serious rivalry between Jackson and A&T, and it would be a big rivalry between Florida A&M and A&T. Yeah.
Is that Charles Xavier?
Yeah, the bigger rival would be
No.
Jackson against A&T.
We would all be. Dr. Kanisha said we would all be better for it.
Oh, listen, I'm hoping that they come to their senses and come on back. I'm so sick of them with all that delusional thinking and.
I forgot to tell you. Dave said that they plan on winning at least 4 games this year.
Okay, they're gonna win 4.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Make sure you write that down.
Write down 4.
Yeah, that they're gonna win 4 games, and we'll see.
They just got a recruit in recently.
Yeah, I heard. Was it from Michigan? Where was he from?
Yeah, he's from one of those big schools.
Or was he from Maryland?
I just remember seeing it.
I saw something too. It came across my phone.
I want to say he's a quarterback.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. It came across my phone. Yeah, I want to say the kid is from. I want to say he's from Maryland.
Let me see.
Is Blue on there?
I think Blue left.
Oh, okay.
But I did see him recently. I saw him come across my screen, and I said, "Okay, they got them back out.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Out the portal, they went and got one. I can't see it. Nope, it hasn't came back on my screen. But I did see that they did get North Carolina A&T did get he's a big quarterback too. NFL size, I think. I want to say.
Yeah, I think he was too.
I think he was 6'4", you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I saw Maryland. He was Maryland, Maryland Terps or whatever.
Dr. Kanisha said, do not write that down.
Don't write that down.
Do not write down the 4 quarterbacks.
No, the 4 wins for A&T.
Oh, the 4 wins? Oh, man. The other quarterbacks must not be good if they had to go and get another one. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, I thought a bunch of their quarterbacks are injured, aren't they?
Dang. A&T will win 5 and 6 ball games, and Maryland's quarterback Ladarius. He's formerly Southern, Mr. Ford, but now he's on the A&T train.
Now, who is that?
Ladarius from Southern.
Oh, okay.
And he said, one has a broken leg. Ouch. One has a broken leg.
I think Hooker's hurt, and then somebody else is hurt too.
Oh, man. One has a broken leg. Yeah, but they got them a quarterback, and Southern got them a quarterback or 2.
Yeah, Southern got about 2, I think.
I think it's going to be very competitive for 2nd and 3rd place. Very competitive. I'm excited about it. And
yeah, I think so too.
Fam, you just got another quarterback. I feel like it's going to be very competitive.
Well, what you think about them Panthers out there at Prairie View?
Mr. Ford, please.
What's my man Lionel? What you call Lionel Mosby? What's his name?
I call Lying Lionel. That's what I call him.
Yeah, that's him, my man. The PD versus everybody, baby.
Oh, Mr. Ford, please don't get him started. You set it on fire when you were hyping up Prairie View, and they have
Prairie View, baby. Them
they
Panthers.
haven't been quiet since.
Did I tell you? I saw a picture of Megan Thee Stallion when she was a black fox? Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah. They got a picture of her when she was in the band at Prairie View.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bandwagon Panthers, Big B. See, you got them up in the chat. See,
Huh?
you got PV barking in the chat, Mr. Ford.
What is that? Oh, PV?
Yeah.
Oh, well, listen, I think I heard them. Was it last night? They talking that big boy talk, baby. They talking about running through their schedule. They did a scouting report, I think, on Texas Southern.
Nah, Mr. Ford. They said she went to Texas Southern.
She graduated from Texas Southern. Originally, she went to Prairie View. She was in the nursing program. They did a story on it.
Oh, don't be telling him about Meg Thee Stallion, Mr. Ford. You a hottie?
Look, see if you can see if you can pull up a picture of Megan when she was in the band. You might see it. Megan Thee Stallion as a member of Prairie View's band. You might could pull it up. She was real tall. You know, she was tall over them other girls. And she was a black. Don't they call them the Black Foxes?
The Black Foxes.
Yeah, that's what they call their dance line, I think.
Oh, okay. I wonder where that's at. What year was that, Mr. Ford?
Wait a minute. And they gave the years. She went to Prairie View originally. She was in the nursing program, and she talked about how hard it was, and you can't make but so many C's. And she because she was doing her stuff, you know, she was doing her rap stuff, and so she dropped out, and then she went to Texas Southern. She graduated from Texas Southern, but she was originally at Prairie View.
Oh, I haven't. I'm gonna have to do some research on that, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, you could pull it up. You can see it. I'm telling you, just put in there Megan Thee Stallion as a member of
yeah, that's
View
the
band.
TV dance team name. She was a dancer for the basketball team, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Meg. Big PV standing on top of everything. Listen, they said they have the highest transfer class. They have this, they have that, and they are ready for the season.
Yeah.
We haven't heard any noise out of Texas Southern. What do you think about that?
You know, he's doing the right thing. Don't say nothing. Don't give them no bulletin board material.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Because listen, baby, all them people that's doing all that talking, everybody's gonna be, when you get to talking now, everybody, puts you on that board. So you can't sneak up on nobody.
You said you can't sneak up on anybody.
No.
Jackson State can't sneak up on nobody. They already know
everybody gonna give you
Super
their
Bowl
best
for
game.
everybody. Even
right.
Southern Miss is gonna treat us like the Super Bowl.
Yep.
She failed out of nursing at PV and graduated from Texas Southern with a bachelor's in health sciences.
Yeah, that's right. But
great grounds, beautiful grounds. Or Andre said that Prairie View has some great gowns, beautiful gowns. That's what he has to say about their football program.
About Prairie View?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what Mother Aretha Franklin said.
You know what? I hope they televise that.
No, it wasn't Aretha.
Prairie View Southern game. You know, Prairie View is playing Southern on Southern's homecoming. Man, if I could, I would love to be at that game.
I'm just excited about Jackson State versus Grambling in Vegas.
Oh, y'all gonna blow us out, probably. You're gonna blow us out.
You think so? I think that it's gonna
gotta see what we look like.
It's gonna be competitive.
Huh?
You don't think it's gonna be competitive?
I don't know yet. I gotta see, man. You told me
you did all that talking
the people down there. You said the people at Grambling are upset with the athletic department. Didn't you tell me that? Was that you?
That was like an alum bait. I thought you was gonna go get the tea on that, Mr. Ford.
Well, I know, I know they're not happy with that football program. I know they're not happy about that.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do? Get a new coach every 2 years?
No, we got to go get some players. Make sure the coaching staff is solid. We got to just go get some players. We got to recruit.
Well, they are doing some heavy recruiting for that HBCU Classic, and they said that whoever has the most ticket sales, that's who gets home court. That's who gets home field advantage. Part of me hopes PV goes on a winning streak because Tremaine going to be talking crazy on those weekly coaches calls.
Oh yeah, he done put a plan together now. That guy's been on it, man.
Listen,
You know what? I think
gotta back it up. That's what Blue said.
Because y'all don't play them every year. That's gonna get to be a major rivalry that Jackson State.
It is not a rivalry, Mr. Ford. You gotta win.
No, I'm saying not yet, but I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna get there.
So we don't have Maynard on the coaching calls anymore, but I feel like
has anybody heard from him? Where is he?
I don't know.
Because I didn't want him to leave the SWAC.
I am riding with Maynard.
I thought Southern should have hired him.
Mr. Ford, you said I'm riding with Maynard.
You know, baby, I would ride with Maynard. Please, I'm riding with Maynard.
Can the real rival please step up? Because Prairie View is not a rival.
I think it's gonna get there though.
No, you gotta win something. You can't just be barking and talking a whole bunch of mess. You gotta actually beat us. Oh
yeah, but I think y'all gonna get there though. Y'all gonna get there. You just wait.
Okay, my last announcement, because I know you about ready to get off. So, did you see that the Alabama State Hornets won the Commissioner's Cup?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Put that up. No.
Okay, let me pull that up. And
yeah, put that up. Put that up. Okay. You know, I need to see that. Because they win it. You know, Alabama State, their program is really good. They do some great things.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. The Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah.
Hold on, Alabama State. We coming. Who is JSU's true rival? Our true rival is Southern.
And Alcorn.
Alcorn is our little baby brother. They're not our rival.
Yeah, but still y'all right. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
I don't know. Y'all, is Alcorn our rival?
Yeah.
I thought it was just Southern. I was told that Alcorn was our baby brother.
Okay, so fam, you ain't your rival?
Absolutely not. They gotta win something. Win first. I thought in order for it to be a rivalry, it has to be some back and forth going on. You win for a certain amount of time, and then I win, and then we go back and forth. I thought it was just Southern. Maybe I'm wrong, y'all. Drop the other rivals in the chat. All right, the SWAC.
Southern Alcorn is our stepbrother.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The Alabama State University Athletics Department claimed 2 of 3 Southwestern Athletic Conference All Sports Awards, winning the James Frank Commissioner's Cup and the Sadie McGee Barbara Jacket Award for the 3rd consecutive year.
Ooh.
Jackson State University Athletics Department claimed the C.D. Henry Award to round out the list of institutional winners. Alabama State claimed the James Frank Commissioner Cup after amassing 163 total points. Jackson State was in second with 147.5 points, and Southern was 139.5, claimed second and third place respectively. Mind you, Mr. Ford, Jackson State does not have golf. Get out of that kitchen, Braxton. Get out of that kitchen. No, get out of that kitchen. Ain't no more snacking. You done snacked out. Alabama State claimed the Sadie McGee Barber Jacket Award, finishing with 94.5 points in the women's final standings. Southern 85 points and Florida A&M 78.5 finished in second and third. Jackson State won the C.D. Henry Award for the second time in the past. Give me that. You already had one of these. Why would you think you're getting another one? You're going to start looking like a honey bun in a minute. Sorry. We won with 72 points in the men's sponsored sport. So, Mr. Ford, what that basically means is, Jackson State is well on its way. Texas Southern, 68 points, finished in second and third place, respectively. Or, excuse me, third was Texas Southern, and then Alabama State was second with 68.5. So, all sports awards are determined by program finishes in league-sponsored sports. Okay.
So now, in the last 10 years, how many times has Alabama State won it? Or in the last 5 years?
I want to say they keep winning because we don't have golf.
Well, y'all got to get golf. Tell Dr. Robinson, y'all got to have golf.
We do. It's starting next year, Mr. Ford.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
We got golf.
Because they were really good on the Eddie Payton, right?
Yeah. They said
Remember
Alcorn
Eddie
will
Payton?
always be our oldest rival.
Who is it?
Alcorn.
Yeah, that's right.
ASU and Alcorn is a family affair.
There you go.
Mr. Ford, what's going on with Gramble's band? Someone said the world fame is not living up to their name.
For real?
That's
I mean, the
what
last
Brandy
football season, what makes them say that? What's going on?
They said that they're not living up to their name.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good last year. I saw them at least about 3 times last year.
Oh, okay. Whitley sent me the picture of Meg the Stallion. I got it, Mr. Ford.
You got it? Okay,
Yeah,
let's see it.
I'll pull it up. So, okay. A BAM reviewer said that, Mr. Ford. They said that they sounded a hot mess. They're not even Grambling fame.
I mean, are they going by last football season or is something recent or what are we talking about?
I think they're going off of that, like the performances.
The last football season?
No more snacks.
Now, I
Braxton.
saw them in the Battle of the Bands with Southern. I thought they did well. I saw them. Wait a minute. I know I saw them about 3 times last year.
There she is, Mr. Ford.
Yep, that's the picture I saw. Yep. She was one of the Black Foxes.
The GSU chant was a little off when y'all came to Houston, so we played it the right way during halftime. Ooh, that's what Texas Southern, the Ocean of Soul, did to Grambling. Dang.
That Ocean of Soul was pretty
sounds
good.
worse than Howard.
Huh?
They said the band sounds worse than Howard.
Oh, come on now. Please. Y'all got jokes, right? Y'all got jokes.
Ooh, Mr. Ford said, we can't sound worse than Howard.
Come on, man. Come on. So you going to compare us to a middle school band?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Y'all got jokes.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. So, yes. And Jackson State was in second for the Commissioner's Cup and 5th place for the women's and then 1st place for the men's. Yeah. So, congratulations. Dr. Kanisha said not too much, Mr. Ford, on her school.
I'm just come on.
Wilberforce and Talladega got bigger bands than Howard with no football teams.
Now I see Taylor. They march up in Atlanta sometime. They pretty
Y'all
good.
folks are being so messy, and I love it. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. I know you're gonna have something smart to say. I'm gonna pull it up too. Hang on just a second, Mr. Ford.
Okay.
I love it. They over here being smart, and I love it. They being messy, and I know you're gonna say something smart. All right. Let me pull it up. Well, oh Lord, y'all need to be in timeout being this messy. All right.
We're gonna keep it honest here.
Okay.
Who would you say, and in no particular number, but who are some of the most underperforming bands that you think, you see them and you say, you know what, man, just every time you see them, you expect something, but then they always miss the mark. You're shaking your head. You know what I'm talking about.
Because you might be mad when I say this.
I promise you I won't be.
The world fame.
I hear you. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all.
Grambling. And it hurts my heart when I see it because, like I said, I used to go to the State Fair Classic, and that's between Grambling and Prairie View for the people that don't know, in Dallas, Texas. And I was in awe of Grambling when I first saw them, and awe of PV as well. So to see just oh man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. I really don't. I really don't, because I hold them as a high regard. They're the world frame. They're the world frame, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's recruiting. I don't know if it's teaching. I don't know, man. But it really saddens me for real.
Every time you have high expectations and they miss the mark.
Because they're the world fame, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they've been up here. They've been one of the top bands, top 5 for the longest.
Yeah.
So to see that fall off where they are now and how they sound and they don't execute well, it's like the kids don't even feel inspired. Like they're not there to have fun. It's like they're not having fun anymore.
Well, Mr. Ford, what do you think about that?
Yeah, is that because now I know we have a new the band director's been there 2 or 3 years? How long has she been there?
No wonder Grambling is in shambles.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? I'd have to talk to somebody, see what's going on. Because when I was down there, the band was it. That was Conrad Hutchinson, wasn't it?
What happened to him? He retired? He passed away?
He passed away. Yeah, he passed away.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was something else.
Yeah, it's always hard to, it's really hard for people to be able to continue that legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because he was military. He was straight military. Yeah, they was something else. I don't, I gotta ask somebody, because it's a million of our people here in Atlanta. I gotta ask somebody, one of them band heads, what's going on.
Grambling State had a 1-year slide because their homecoming halftime performance the year before was amazing. Okay.
Oh, so it was just this year? It was just
this year?
I
know that they weren't very good during the Bayou Classic.
Oh, they weren't?
No. I don't like, and they also, I hate when they bring out like rap or just any artist period to perform with the band. It doesn't sound right.
I thought all of them like that when they bring out them rappers. I thought that was a thing. Because one year what's that guy named Bootsy? Didn't Southern bring him out?
Who?
What's that guy named Bootsy or Bosey? What's his name?
Boosie?
Yeah, you remember? Did he perform with Southern?
What you know about Boosie, Mr. Ford?
I saw him on television with Southern one time. Then I saw Southern bring out
Brandy wants you to go to the street committee report, figure out what happened, and bring it back and tell us what they said about the Grambling.
Tell her I gotta find some. Listen, remember Fantasia? Didn't she sing with And
it was terrible. It didn't sound good.
It was Southern and Fantasia. That was where was that?
It didn't sound right. It didn't sound.
Was that the Bayou Classic?
Yeah, I think so. It didn't sound right.
It didn't sound right.
No, it didn't sound right. All right, Mr. Ford, we can get up on out of here.
Okay. All right. Now, so it's Saturday night. What night? What are you?
I'm gonna be at the All-Star game.
Okay, so you're not gonna do a show Saturday.
Last time Mr. Ford, did you see last Saturday what I did for last Saturday night? Because you wasn't here.
No, I think I was listening. I think I was listening.
Listen, you're not allowed to just listen. What the
Wait a
heck?
minute. Wait a minute.
We was cutting up bad last Saturday.
Okay, who was on? Was it you and Doc and Brax?
Yeah.
I listened.
Jay. I can't believe you was Mr. Ford. I was cutting up.
I was listening.
Whitley and a couple of others requested that we have like a SWAC Saturday, like late night, or SWAC Saturday after dark, get a little drink and have a little kickback. Yes, Dr. Kanisha. SWAC Saturday. I was late because Braxton had his little celebration. Like they had like one of those family birthday celebrations last week.
Yeah.
So I was late, but we were cutting up pretty bad. It was pretty bad, Mr. Ford. Did you hear that Doc got married? So you was on there?
Wait a minute. Doc, our Doc?
Yeah.
I thought he was already married.
No, he just got married recently.
Oh, okay. I thought Doc was already
married. You wasn't listening last Saturday. We was over there cutting up and you was missing it.
You know what happened? I went to sleep. I had gone to
I'm glad you went to sleep because
I had gone to a graduation party. I had one little cousin. He was going to Morehouse. The other little cousin is going to Texas Southern. So I went to a graduation. I went to the commencement that Friday night, graduation party Saturday, graduation party Sunday. So I was kind of tired.
Okay. He was just staying with that lady. Lord, let me get up. Okay. I don't know, Mr. Ford. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, we was cutting up. We was cutting up in the chat. And I was reading the chat. Most of the time, Mr. Ford, I have to ignore the chat when me and you are talking. No, because it's just melted ice. But this particular time, I was reading the chat, and the folks was cutting up.
Oh, they were.
Yes. So, I'll announce when that next live is. Y'all bring y'all water, your Gatorade, your wine, whatever your drink of choice is. We really be on our best behavior. Yeah. So.
No, what time is that Bethune-Cookman Florida State game?
I forgot.
Is that going to be on? Is that ESPN Plus or what? Where?
Bethune-Cookman versus
Florida State.
I forgot. Versus Florida State baseball. So, let's see. It's at 3 p.m.
Okay.
So, Florida State is ranked number 9. They're 38-14. Bethune-Cookman is 37-21. They have some similar stats, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the game. So now, is that
it's going to be on ESPN Plus and the ACC network?
Oh, I can watch it then. I can watch both of those.
The marching force is upward of 300. The marching force?
Is the marching force is that Prairie View?
I don't know who that is. 300 plus? Wow.
Yeah, I think that's Prairie View. That's right.
Yeah, that's going to be a very close game. I forgot to mention that Jackson State hired a search firm, Mayo search firm, for looking for their next president.
Oh, okay.
Mayo Mallet. Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Mississippi College Board. So IHL increases its control of JSU's personnel matters. So IHL was responsible for hiring our presidents, and now it says at its monthly meeting in May, the College Board, as part of its consent agenda, voted unanimously in favor of retroactively approaching the hiring of Mayo Mallet LLC as outside counsel for Jackson State. That hiring involves personnel matters. The specific job stipulations are and have been to perform services necessary for the review and revision of staff and faculty handbooks, and to advise the Division of General Counsel on personnel matters and employment law when necessary. Hiring outside counsel to perform these services at JSU should prompt at least 3 questions. First, will the other universities become subject to the same type of scrutiny and control, or is this just a singling out of JSU? Hiring a law firm to do this work is clearly a matter controlling, since based upon the principles of shared governments, the development of the handbooks is to be done by and in conjunction with faculty. The expectation of accrediting agencies and professional bodies is that the faculty and staff be involved in and be accorded final assent to such document. A second question that comes to mind is, why should an outside counsel be hired to do the work of advising on personnel matters, since there should already be such expertise in human resources office? The third question is, why should an outside counsel be hired to advise on employment law, since there should already be such expertise in the university's general counsel division? The Mallet hiring makes those offices superfluous. I can't even say that word right now. And it means paying double for the same services. Those who have been more casual observers can easily realize that at least 3 questionable JSU personnel decisions were made during the period between the hiring of Thomas Hudson and the resignation of Marcus Thompson, of which we didn't have responsibility for. It would not escape their attention that when appointed, President Thompson was working in the College Board office and was accompanied to JSU by Van Gillespie as chief of staff and Dr. Annetta Whitley as general counsel to help deal with such matters. The College Board has spent quite a bit of time considering them, but without reporting on any progress of resolution. Furthermore, it's being reported that individuals involved in those personnel matters have lawyers working on their behalf on the questionable decisions. What type of considerations are they likely to get, if either from the courts or perhaps even from a rehearing before any trial? It is because of such personnel decisions that Mayo Mallet is being hired. The board is trying to find a winning way out of its predicament. Oh my goodness. So basically we hired these white attorneys to be all up in Jackson State's business, but they're the ones that
There you go, babe. That's what that is.
They were responsible for appointing those presidents.
So did they learn from Ron DeSantis?
You think they're gonna try to hire somebody white?
No, I don't think it's gonna be nobody white, but I think there's some control and manipulation going on right there.
It says, in making the request, the board sought a retroactive period of 3 months, which means that Mayo Mallet had been in Jackson State business. These are serious matters that should not be casually dismissed nor overlooked by the public. They include the rights of the faculty and other employees, the expenditure of tax dollars, the competence of university officials, and the transparency of the board and other officials. It is important that as many citizens as possible monitor the actions of the college board and be ready and willing to ask questions and raise concerns as individuals and or as groups. It's important that citizens be ready and willing to stand up for what is right. And, you know, Jackson State, like our alumni president has been mute on this subject. We haven't really had any movement. I'm not going to say that we don't have the same makeup, Mr. Ford, on our board. There's only one Jackson State alum there. And his position is symbolic and such. The one from Alcorn, too. They have symbolic representation.
That's Dr. Rankin? Who is that?
Yeah. So they don't yield any power to make any real moves, right?
Right.
I mean, I know you said, Mr. Ford, I know you said that that DeSantis runs that board, but there's a lot of HBCU alums on that board for it to have went the way that it went.
Yes, it did, baby. You're right about that.
And if that's how they're moving, then a board with only 2 HBCU alums on it, we definitely don't have no hope.
Yeah.
Woo! So, yeah, because the All-Star game, what time does the All-Star game start? I want to say the All-Star game starts at 7.
Okay, so that's Saturday night?
I usually start a SWAC Saturday at 9. And Kannapolis is like, what, 45 minutes from me? So we're going to dig a little bit deeper into this because it at a later date. And if I do go on Saturday, you be on the lookout, okay, Mr. Ford, and bring back that street committee report about Grambling, okay?
Right, I will.
Okay. You want to say bye to Mr. Ford? Just say good night to everybody. Yep, say good night to everybody.
Okay, Brax, you have a good night now.
All right. Lord, why y'all be cutting up in the chat? What in the world is going on? Oh God. Y'all, they have a little ticker on the side now, y'all. Show comments on stage. Let me take them off. Anyway, my HBCU folks, I hope you guys had a wonderful week. This is one of my favorite pictures. Where are you going? I'm getting ready to get off of here, y'all. If I have SWAC Saturday, if I make it back, it would have to be at 9. It would be another late night SWAC Saturday. It's definitely going to be a late night SWAC Saturday because I'm going to the baseball game, to the Minority Prospect HBCU game. Yeah. All of those songs from Mississippi Mass Choir and Y'all Scared of Everything That the Devil Throws at You. Braxton, come over here and sing our song on the way out. It's being played in Kannapolis at the Atrium Park. Come over here. Sing our favorite song. Ladarius and Charles, good Lord, every live. Come over. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What song do I always play on the way out whenever we're ending the live?
Why are you screaming in my ear?
I'm not. I whispered. Go ahead. You don't want to sing it? Ladarius, your company, you and your cousins, literally every live. Come on now. You don't want to sing it? All right. Braxton's not. Okay, go ahead.
I had some good days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over.
All of my good days
outweigh my bad days. You do it.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. I won't complain. Y'all have a good night.
You didn't let me be on the. You didn't let me be on the other half of the podcast.
I've had some good days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I follow the clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so much pain? But He knows one thing for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see. So I'll just say